Is Thank you, Susan. We did get requested for the recording. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night Team Unstoppable training. I'm gonna let some more people flow in. Leanne, did you go to Destin last year? Did I see you there?
Yes, I need a break from this cold winter
Yeah, I was gonna say
already.
Destin was amazing. Like it was a destination connect. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
I will be having a baby then, so that's the only reason I'm not going to Destin. But if I could, I would be going to Destin, everyone.
yeah.
But I'm really excited about NC Connect.
Okay, guys, we asked
Okay.
Rachel to come and speak tonight. We're so proud of her. She just promoted to senior officer. This girl's been in the industry for what, 12 years, you said?
Yep.
So
12
she's
years.
built in multiple. Okay, so she is built in multiple companies, and she came in like a rocket ship. So she definitely has some great tips for you guys tonight. She's got an incredible story that she's going to share with you. If you miss the IPA, it'll probably move you to tears, and we admire her. We love her, and we're so grateful for you to do this tonight, and we cannot wait to learn from you. So take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan, so much. So yeah, I hope I don't cry. An IPA really got me the other day. I had it all written out. My name is Rachel Kemp Shunkewert. I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I am sponsored by the amazing Barb and Randy McCubbin. I have been in the industry for 12 years, but I have never had a team this size and I've never had success like I've had at Partner Co. So that is something I actually want to talk about tonight because I had to overcome a lot in the very beginning and I still have to overcome things. Um, so I was just really like blown away that my team made because it wasn't just me that made that rank of senior officer. I had been sitting at officer for quite a few months. I don't know how many months. This year has been a blur. Um, but it was, it was like, okay, wait, the week before Black Friday, I messaged Susan and Barb, and I said, I'm gonna make this happen next week. Like my team is gonna make this happen. Like this is gonna be fun. And I've been in the industry for 12 years and I gave up on it a few years ago. I'll be honest. It was side hustle money. It was a few 500 here. It was like sometimes $1,000 a month. Like it was nothing like what my dreams were wanting to be for it. I wanted to replace my income. I also work a full-time job as I own my own marketing and promotional product company that sorry, I was trying to mute somebody. Um, that my marketing company has provided for my family and I've worked really hard at it and I own it. So, and I've had employees and I've not had employees. I crashed in 2020. I mean, like I have been in every stage of that business that you could ever imagine. So, but I didn't realize this, but I started to realize that it put me in fight or flight all the time. It wasn't like rocket science and it wasn't like heart surgery I was doing, but people acted like it. Like if they missed the deadline of getting their promotional products, like my university clients, different big clients that have big events, it was like life or death and it was fight or flight. And I was constantly like putting out fires and stressed out. And so I really wanted to step into what my passion was, which is helping people. So that is really what really drives me is I help people. I don't sell drops. I help people. I help people with their health. I help people with their wealth. And when I saw the success right away with me, I said, man, this is so possible for everyone, every single person. And that is what drives my business. And so I was going to talk tonight on, like how to get started, how to stay consistent, never to give up. Um, so I had a strong start in this business. I posted, I guess I have a following of health and wellness, and I had posted on Facebook, and this is part of my IPA the other day. And because I was a mom that was 6 months postpartum with my second child at 42 years old. And I, sorry, I was going to mute some people real quick if that's okay, or if you can mute yourself. So let's see. I was a really tired mom at 42 that didn't think I had hormone problems because my postpartum was going really well. I have a wonderful husband. I had a 6-year-old, 6.5-year-old at the time. And, I just was living the life. Like everything was great. My baby was like perfect. She's 2 now and she's still perfect. She's getting a little sassy, but she was a really easy baby. My first one was very, very hard on me. So I just didn't think I had any issues, but I was not able to lose the 60 pounds that I had gained like through before pregnancy, during pregnancy, all of that. So I was eating really clean and exercising and nothing was working. So that's kind of my story is I'm friends with Barb, and she asked, I saw her post on Facebook and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try these. I don't try anything. I'm very holistic, but I said, oh, I vetted them. They're holistic. Let's go. So people saw the difference in me within a few weeks. I had 3 of my closest friends that wanted whatever I was doing. And they were like, how much is it? They were throwing me money before I could even tell them I wasn't selling them or anything like that. So I got a 4-pack. Barb suggested I posted on Facebook, and I did, and I got 100 comments and sold 45 boxes. So my start was strong, but then I just followed the leadership of what they told me to do. I was like, you know what? I've been in this industry for a while. I know how to do this. But when they started telling me, like, get us on a 3-way call. So these are your suggestions, like reach up to your upline and or sidelines or downlines or any lines, because getting on these 3-way texts and these 3-way calls, I started converting customers to brand partners. I was in the top 10 for the most enrolled brand partners of Momentum last year for the whole company. I was so shocked because I didn't think that was me. I thought they were sending the wrong email to somebody. So I was 11 months into the business, doing these things, just plugging into the IPA calls, really learning, really falling forward, like not even, and just figuring it out and really just caring about people, my customers, my team. Like I was feeling the love from the community as well. Like, we have the best community out there ever. We have the best leaders. We have all these resources, boards, and we can learn and we can just do it and learn along the way. So 11 months into my rockin' journey, I had just hit officer because my husband had just made this wonderful post about me on social media, which he did not do social media very much. And I had him on the drops, and he was feeling his healthiest and his best of his entire life. And things were just like going up and up for us. We wanted a 4th child. We both have one from our previous relationship, and then we had Illy together. And we wanted just one more. And so, and then in June, on June 23rd, he tragically passed, and it flipped my world upside down. So I couldn't even speak. I just catching my breath. I just worshiped all day with my 2-year-old. My 8-year-old was in Florida with his father. So it really just rocked my world. And here I have all this momentum, literally received a momentum award. And I'm like, I don't even know how to feed my kids today. Like it was a struggle to just breathe. So I, I have amazing leaders, Barb and Susan, and I had sidelines come in. They're not even affected by me. So like as far as financially, I have them coming in to do presentations. And so they really just took over and said, we'll figure it out, Rachel. We're going to help you. We're going to do whatever it takes to help you right now. And I was brain dead. I used to be able to juggle it all. I ran two businesses, a household, three kids, like with my eyes closed. Oh, a puppy and all of this. I mean, it was just like, so, but I was literally brain dead and like didn't know how to cook eggs that morning. It's like you're in trauma, your frontal lobe shuts down. So I had never experienced that too. That was very frustrating. So saying all this, like you you would just like give and any other platform that I've ever been, they would have been like, oh, take a break, come back when you feel better. This is this type of business that you can put down and pick up. My leadership didn't say that. They said, we're going to be right here with you. We're going to take these presentations. We're going to take these calls. We're going to get in your team chat. And we're going to support you. We're going to lift you up. We're going to hold you up. We're going to hold your family up. So my business, it decided to increase, keep having momentum and increase. And I literally replaced my husband's income in like 6 weeks. That's the increase was happening. So God has a plan. And I was just like, what in the world is happening here? People like, everyone's like, are you going to be okay? And I'm like, I mean, I'm in my healing era, but yeah, I think I'm financially, I'm going to be okay. And I went to PXP. This is why events are so great. And I went to the very first PXP in 2024 with a baby on my hip. Oh my gosh. I don't have a quiet house because I have a puppy still here, trying to get in the box of ornaments. But I went to my very first PXP in 2024 in Orlando with a baby on my hip with 3 weeks into the business, 6 weeks into the business, so very, very new into the business. And so I wanted to go to Dallas in 2025, and I knew it would re-engage my brain. So here's my thing. Don't ever give up, no matter what happens to you. You know, you can stay in the mindset, like you can take a rest, you can, whether it's one night or 3 months, but you can get right back into this. You can reach out for support. Um, but I've kept my mindset really, really strong this whole time, even with all of these frustrating things and all of this trauma. I was so grateful and I was like, I can do it. I can do it. Like I can go to PXP. It's going to trigger things. It's going to help me. This is our future. This is able to provide. I'm able to provide for two of my children. Now I have a third on the way. Um, so not only am I grieving, I'm pregnant. I'm now 32 weeks pregnant. Like, I mean, I'm exhausted, but it's okay. I can do this. So I take breaks and I reach out for support. I get people on these Monday through Thursday night calls. So like I want to touch on those because they're so powerful. As a new brand partner, it's great to show up to these like 8:30 calls. That's Eastern Standard Time. But if the power in them is to bring guests to them, even if they just want to try the drops. You can plant some seeds about the business. When I have somebody that just wants to learn about the drops, because I am doing my systems of growth, I haven't stopped for 15 months posting twice a day. I now have some support and have somebody posting for me. But because I wasn't able to do things like that, so I found resources, right? And it just it's been incredible that like I pull people into these calls at 8:30 at night. If they want to just learn about the drops, and I say, hey, you're going to hear some testimonials. Some of them may, resonate with you. So I really want you to listen to these. I want you to learn about this, about the company, about the drops. And then they're going to go into the business opportunity, which is super flexible and amazing. But if you don't want to stay on the call, jump right off. And I give them that option and they never get off. So they learn about that when, the drops start helping them, start working. Like I got into this business on accident. This was not my intention. I was getting out of the industry. I wasn't good at this. So I have all of that I have had to flip in my head. I have had to change my mindset and said, this is different. I can do this. This is I am statements. I am strong. I am capable of this. I can continue. I can show up when I don't want to show up. Like I can do this. So that is kind of like Ken Bailey always says consistency and persistency. But it's true, and you never compare yourself to someone else's journey. I mean, we heard, if you guys have been on the IPAs this week, you've heard from so many amazing leaders, so many amazing, you are one of those too. You are capable. You are very well equipped. You have all the resources. You have an amazing team and to support you, and an amazing community, an amazing product. Like you don't have anything, like, yeah, you have a busy life. We all do, right? They say the busier people get more stuff done because we spit it in and we don't have time to think about it, right? Like you just do it. I have put some systems into my business, a few automated that have really helped me keep up with that influx of customers and keep me organized. It's probably one of my challenges is staying organized and follow up. So find your systems, whether it's writing in a notebook or it's something automated on a platform or a text message or something like that. So there's like spreadsheets out there. There's all find what works for you, but just do it because people need this product. They need your help. They need more wealth. Every single person in this world, I don't care how wealthy you are, probably has a why of if they need something more. We heard from some very successful people this week that their why, they didn't have to work, but their why was to help Fred Duff feed children in a different country. So, it truly is an opportunity, but it's something that you don't need to give up on. But if you do, you're giving, like Todd Rowland says, you're giving up on yourself and you're giving up on others. And I don't know about you, but I am not going to give up on my children, and I'm not going to give up on myself, and I'm not going to give up on helping others. So any adversity comes your way, yeah, you may have to shift a little bit for a little bit. And then I would just step back into it. Like, I can do this. I can do this. Some days I would get so exhausted that I'm like, Barb, I can't do this. And she's like, take a day off, come back, like, what do you need? Blah, blah, blah. And like, it's kind of one of those trial and error things. You don't know until you try, right? But it's also a mindset shift. So that instead of rambling on, like if anyone has any questions for me, I don't even know what time is 7:20. I really just wanted to touch on being consistent, like no matter what's happening in your life. If anyone wants to unmute and ask any questions, I'd be happy to. Oh, Barb has her hand up. Go ahead, Barb.
I think it's me. I'm
Oh, Debbie.
I'm going to be doing the Barb's Drop Talk. So somehow I'm logged in. Anyway,
I'm Susan today too. Nice to see you, Barb.
I do see that. It does say Barb. Funny. Hey, everybody. First of all, Rachel, we're praying for you. What an amazing rock star you are. And I was the one that wrote in the chat, we can do all things through Christ who gives us strength, Philippians 4:13. And that is what you really are, proving to us that you are a walking testament of the Word of God. And thank you for that. My question to you is, are you using the one called the system or the hub, or what system are you using to help you get the posting? And the reason why I asked that before we go any further, I can't get my Facebook will not go to where it automatically posts. I have to physically go in there and post, and I've gone through so much training and it just won't do it. I think because years ago I had like a professional page or something. I don't know. It
Yeah.
just won't let me do next. So I was wondering what you do.
What I do. So I have not been able to get into the system or the hub or the other one as well, because I haven't been able to add anything new or learn anything since my brain has been dead.
Yep,
But
yep.
but I've heard people having really great success with it, and I point them in the right direction, and I will probably get there. I personally use Project Broadcast for my customers and for my brand partners, and I convert customers to brand partners through my text message 21-day system with Project Broadcast. I upsell them to other products, I convert them, I stay in touch with them. I had Project Broadcast starting at Black Friday last year, so I've had it a year.
Mhm.
And so I had this before my life flipped upside down and my brain didn't work. And so I love it. It just works for me.
Is it free or do you pay for it?
No, I pay for it, but the credits I use is probably around $12 a month is what I'm averaging. So you
Okay.
buy credits and we have like a whole the campaign of the drip campaign where you can set somebody up and they can get a message every day for 21 days when they start the drops. We have that all set up that we can just transfer over to your own account, and I can help you on, with some of those things. So it like definitely, I think you do need some type of communication with your droppers and love and how to care for them and
Yeah.
help them and just stay in touch with them. And so most of my droppers know that's an automated system. And I'm like, hey, you can write me back or you cannot. Like you can just read the text every day. Maybe it'll remind them to take the drops. It just like I just tell them to carry the drops with them. Everyone may know that I have a promo company, which I now make the drop holders and some other items through that company. But I give everyone a drop holder and I'm like, you better put those bad boys in your purse and you better carry it around. And if you can't remember to take them, you better put an alarm on your phone because I was there. I had to do that.
Okay, good. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, because one of the frustrating things is when I'm so busy, I'm happy that my business is growing and people are adding, but I'm finding that I'm spending a lot of time helping them and I'm missing the 9 a.m. and the 3 p.m. I'm like, so I
Oh,
need
and
something.
so there is somebody that Susan Cameron, I can send you her information, got me in contact. She does my posting. So she
Oh,
posts for me at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. every day and she interacts. She does the tag on Telegram and she does the
oh,
interaction and everything.
okay.
And it runs me around and she does one of my private groups too for customers. I have a very small, intimate private group, which I love. Healthy you, healthy food. So do not like start something new because we have healthy you, healthy food.
Okay.
I had started this private group because it's private. One for a few of my brand partners that could not post on their public page because they were on a different platform and they were kind of figuring out which way they wanted to go, if it was worth it being in this business. And so they would add people into this private group and then we would post on like nine and, twice a day and stuff like that there. So it was serving as a purpose, not like trying to recreate the wheel. The one
Okay.
thing I do here is I have not recreated the wheel. I have been coachable and I loved Susan Frank's very like no nonsense approach to people and their nutrition and why aren't these drops working and type of stuff. I've just learned so many different tools from like Susan Cameron is a master closer. Man, she's like, girl, you are like blocked somewhere on this closing. And I'm like, I know, like I don't know what's going on. So we worked through that. I've done some energy and mindset training with Jen Federowitz. She's actually on my team, but she's in Team Unstoppable and she's incredible. If you haven't met her yet, and it just, I think it's a combination of all the things and just not giving up and not saying, oh, I'm not good at this, or not really analyzing my numbers or where I'm at. It's just like, who can I help this week? And I learned that from Susan Cameron. She constantly would text me, who can I help? How can I help you this week? Like, and you just don't know. That's all you have to text somebody is that short line.
That's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Because I didn't get here alone. My team is amazing. They're growing and they really gave me grace when I wasn't able to be there. And so and God is on, this is all God. I just am obedient to him. He was telling me to rest. I was trying to work and he was like, nope, you need to heal right now and rest and you will come back and you'll come back stronger. And so yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Praise God. We're praying for you, girl.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I feel the prayers because prayer works and I know God has a plan. I know like I haven't been mad at him once over any of this. I miss my husband every second of every day, but I just have so many blessings coming in after blessings that it's really hard to like dwell on anything else but the blessings, right? Like the positive mindset that I have worked on for many years um has truly like will help you in anything in your life. So you can learn some of these skill sets and some of these mindset things to do anything, not just Partner Co.
Amen.
Do we have any so much? Um, Wanda, I think it's around like $50 a week. Don't quote me because I'm not really good with numbers these days. And then she does one time a day in my private group, and I pay her like 75 a week. So it's very affordable. I could share the information if she has any spots available. She only takes on so many clients. She knows what she's doing. Her comments sound great. Like I've been very happy with her. I can give her some direction, like, hey, all you're doing is testimonials. Can you sprinkle this in? Can you do this? More education posts, more business stuff. I can go in and like see it. They're already scheduled because she'll do them scheduled. So your account needs to be professional. And then she goes in and boosts them at the right time. So, is that has been a really thankful thing as you get busier or you just can't, you're missing that 9 and 3 mark. It would be an investment in you and in your business that really could bring you in. As you guys know, the system of growth brings you money.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely let's see. Some people asked about Project Broadcast. It's a platform that I use for automated, and it's not the only thing. Like those new apps I think are gonna get there, like where you can text from them and stuff like that. I just know that I already had it like set up. And so what I've been doing in my business, isn't broken in a way. I do want to add some things on. I've been using Chat GPT. That makes my life easier. So all of these resources, you can start to like use resources that make your life easier. So you can spend more time with your children. You can not be, it's not the hustle mentality, like a hustle harder, but although I have to say, like, if you do about 20 calls a day, like Susan Cameron does, you will be chairperson 3 or 2 or 1 or whichever one she is, which is amazing, right? It's incredible. Like, and that is kind of like what I aspire to. But I know like almost what I'm capable of. But I know that I can push myself out of maybe what my mind already says I'm capable of too. So, there's a fine line of of motivating yourself and inspiring yourself, getting on the IPA calls every morning. I mean, it's just, it'll change you and your mindset and how easy things come to your mind to do them when you get plugged in. Any more questions? People share the link, Italia or Talia, the link to what? Anyone is welcome to message me too. I'll be driving in the morning to Greensboro. We get to leave at 5 a.m. tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Oh, yeah, sure. I can definitely share that with you. The project broadcast. And then I'll be tomorrow in the masterminds, which are amazing. And then on Saturday, the main event. And then I was actually asked to come on stage at the end of Barb's to share my story. So if everyone could pray for me to like keep it together and not be a blubbering mess, I would really greatly appreciate that. I'm practicing, and I told Barb she's gonna hold my hand, but I'm just thankful and grateful. It just honestly blows my mind that this has happened in my life, even 12 years into the industry, right? And at a time where the uncertain, like I am the sole provider for my three children. And so, and I'm stepping into a season where I can leave my marketing company. I've been trying to leave my marketing company for like 5 years. It's been my goal. I told my husband that. I was like, I don't want to hustle anymore. I don't want to be in fight or flight. So, I had a call coming in. You got to find your why and you got to stick with it. Because we're just at the beginning of something incredible with amazing leadership. And, it, I should have, I'm not a Zoom pro. I should have turned my stuff on silent, but does anyone else have any other questions?
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say I'm really proud of you and I admire your strength and your confidence. And I just also wanted to say that I also use those 21-day script drips, but I use them from boards. I don't really know what project broadcast is, but I just use it from boards and I do write those down. Like I have a calendar and I keep track of my customers and I do send those out to them like according to the days. And I have gotten some extra orders just from sending some of those drips, introducing some of the other products and have been able to convert a few customers to preferred. But so if y'all are like me and don't know what all that technical stuff is, it's all in boards. It's also there too. So I just wanted to say that. And I wish I could go to North Carolina. I'm going to miss all you guys. But I have my ticket for Destin and I'm real excited for that to see everybody. But thank you.
Hey, Demita, we would love to see. I've seen like how you write everything down your planner as you send everything out. We would love to see how you do that with the 21-day campaign, like how you keep it straight for the customers, like on pen and paper. A lot of people are simple, right? Like we
Yeah.
we love pen and paper.
Like I've almost finished like a bunch of mine. And so tomorrow I'm going to have to write down my new ones that I got from my Black Friday. But it's kind of dark in here. But I also bought this little weekly planner. I don't know if you can see it, guys.
Yeah.
But I write names down on it and then I'll put like day 17, Diane, day 11 for Janie or whatever his name. And so I just go to that script. I made my own board with those scripts. So all I have to do is copy and paste to those
Okay.
people in Messenger. So yeah, I'm pen and paper girl because I'm old school.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just like Rachel said at the beginning, right? Like whatever
Whatever works.
whatever system you know works and all of that. Yeah, and I think me and Susan kind of probably need to get behind this and decide right as a team, because we are seeing people like Rachel and Ann Wandishan and some people that are using Project Broadcast and moving forward. We've just really got to get a real strategy. I'm a strategy girl. Get a real strategy for this new app, and get a new real. We don't want to do too many things at one time, right? Because that makes everybody paralyzed. But I know there are some people having the app, using the app, for example. And one of my ideas was to do like a daily powwow, because I don't think without something like that, we're gonna really get momentum behind that. So you guys who's got great ideas, and the teachers in the room, Miss Debbie Hawcom. I need some of you guys. Like, I'm the I'm the activator. Let's do it. Yay. And then I'm like, oh crap, how are we gonna do this, you guys? And then Susan,
I have been using that system app and it has increased. I was like minus 47%
okay.
on my engagement. I'm up to 93.7 now for engagement.
Amazing. Is it resulting in selling boxes or getting new brand partners?
Well, it's just getting new eyes on my Facebook, people that haven't been seeing me or my post. So that's the first thing I do after my devotional every morning when I get up is I do that first. And then second, I follow the system app and I try to do at least 4 out of the 10 or maybe 5 and then throughout the day. So if that
Yeah.
kind of helps anybody, you can get a jump start on it in the
And
mornings.
I think it said 3 to 5 weeks of like consistent, right? And if you've done Strength Finders and you're low on consistency, this might be a problem for you. That's why I think we kind of need a group effort. And Mary Fink even said, she's a teacher, maybe we should have everybody do 2 things a day, and then the next day we're going to do 3 things. Honestly, like, let's just baby step this along. We're not on a race. We can still post at 9 and 3. We know that works. So maybe something like that. And it's just like, so I won't be in North Carolina this weekend, you guys, with everything that's happened recently in my health and the travel and all of that. And I was just reflecting on this last night. Mary Fink came and spent tonight with me because my husband's out of town and my son is so terrified. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but he found me 4 or 5 weeks ago. So many of y'all were praying for me, and they didn't know if I had a seizure or a stroke. And if he wouldn't have found me, I probably would have passed away. And so Mary was here talking about it. And those of you who came to the retreat, like, he won't return back to the horse farm. Like, he will not go. And so it's really terrible because that place is just kind of sitting there empty. I don't even know why I'm sharing this with y'all, but I'm hearing to share it, so I'm sharing it. You know how we do, right? Okay, God, whatever I'm supposed to be doing. So I was asking him, I said, Colt, show me like what happened. You guys, he would not talk about it. And he said that I was on the commode like this, doing a back bend into the toilet, and my whole body was convulsing. And he said, Mama, he got in the bed. He would not talk about it for 4 or 5 weeks. And he said it's like somebody was covering your mouth and it was like a demon and you were trapped inside and you couldn't get out, going, whoa. And you were just convulsing. He said, I was so scared. And to this day, I still feel guilty because I went out on the porch and called Daddy. Nobody else was there, and I couldn't even be in there with you. And I was like, this poor child. So, whenever Barb shared this morning, you guys, whenever she had the event happen at 7 years old that completely reshaped her life and made her, here's Barb, say, be responsible, overly responsible. And I think now that's happened to Colt. And, to be so scared that your mama can't be by herself. So I've literally had to line somebody up to stay with us every single night. Like every single night while Kevin's gone to Illinois. But I was thinking about this last night. I was like, and he got up and I kind of saw him like start to hurt with his body as he moved. And I was like, this kid needs these drops again. Part of our story was it took away his chronic pain. And I kind of see that. But think about like the nervous system, the fight or flight that he's probably in right now. So, like, getting the drops to lower it. And so I guess I'm telling you because so many of us have family and friends, especially our friends and our family, our close family. Get your close family on these products, on these drops. You know what I mean? We kind of like let it like get slack or whatever. So I don't know if you've got husbands and daughters and sons, like everybody that you love and care about, get them on these amazing products. And I know without all of y'all's prayers, I mean, this is a praying company. Holy smokes. These calls this week, like, has been just making me cry. But the prayers and these products, there is no way I would have recovered like that without these products. There's like, I know to my core, there is no way. And I was in ICU 2 days later and I had my phone and Kevin's video me. He's like, there she is in ICU messaging somebody saying she needs to help somebody with their health. And so that's the thing about it. If we're here on a mission, but I love Rachel what you had to share. I think you're just doing it so authentically. And when trauma happens, a lot of us have been through trauma. When trauma happens, it really does feel like some days your brain doesn't even work, doesn't it, Rachel? It's like, wait, we had what conversation? We did what? And that's the beautiful thing about this and teamwork. The more you can empower your teammates and your leaders in your business, the better. Kim Eggert, are you here? Can we call on you?
And while Kim gets on, Barb and I were talking today that like in Wandition, she's a leader's leader. And that's well, like she has gone so, so if you teach somebody to fish versus trying to fish for them, right?
Yeah.
I want Kim to get on, but I just appreciate and love all of you guys. And I just got my strength from God. Like I don't know where else it came from. Like it just, but yeah, the trauma, I found my husband dead. So like it just, I didn't even realize it until weeks after that. I was like, oh, that's what's messed me up so bad. Like, but
Absolutely. And to know that everybody's like has their stories. I know that I just kind of wanted to highlight Kim. She might be kind of into something, you know how we put it on headphones or whatever. But she is doing some incredible things with her team that Karen McNutt was bragging on her about. And she's just got some strategies and techniques and what she's doing to pull. A lot of us have kind of local teams. She is doing some amazing stuff with her team. Like she's having get together. She's consistently, oh, you can't unmute. Can we ask her to unmute, Rachel?
yeah,
Kim?
I'll find her. I'll find her.
Okay. And I'll let her kind of tell y'all what to do. But I'm seeing her get some real momentum going with her team. And this girl's stepping up. So I just kind of want to know what she's doing and what we need to duplicate. Because it is like that she's doing the weekly or bi weekly drop parties. The consistency. Like how many times are we pulling people together? So if we can't get you to unmute, Kim, I definitely want you to do a video and send it to me so I can share it on Team Unstoppable. And then Rach, what do you think of all of you guys, what do y'all think about, did y'all hear Bill Budd this morning and his vision board? Miss Wanda, what do you think about that November 28th date that he set that and God delivered? So, I'm a big component of vision boards, but I'm terrible at getting the magazines and everything. So if you go to the library will give you tons of magazines. Like what's the old magazines? That's what Kevin, our assistant, has done whenever we've done vision board parties. But I was
Susan,
thinking,
can I suggest something about the vision board? Because I
oh
tried
yeah,
years ago, I a vision board girl also, and I did the magazine and I had all the things, but it became kind of impossible to find the images I wanted to find on magazines. I went to libraries. So I found someone online that she suggests. So I can show you guys what I did. It's a work in progress, and you can do it on Canva with Pinterest, and then you can print it out and have it in your house, and then you can find any image you want.
okay.
So if you want,
You'll
I
have
can show
to.
you.
You'll have to train us, me and Canva. I'll almost start saying curse words. Canva, but yeah, definitely.
It's
Demita's
not that
like,
difficult.
don't
No,
bring me
it's easy.
Canva. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'd love to do that. And some of what we did whenever we did that first retreat at Susan Frank's house, when Ashley Rowland did her why, I really want us to get in huge momentum for the new year, guys. And that starts with goals. We all need bigger goals. We all came here with goals. And I think now it's like the second iteration of our goals. And that's when I put on that vision board, but I actually just wrote it out with the horse farm. And so I think even if we write it out, if we do pictures, whatever we want to do, but I think if we do several days leading up to the new year of getting together and starting to share that. So you guys just kind of be thinking on that. And yeah, Talia, that would be amazing. Anything that you can teach us on that and anybody else. Wanda, have you done many vision boards? Can you unmute?
Yeah, I have, and it's funny because I did one when I was in college, right after I had cancer, and I found it like, about a year or two ago, and
Uh-huh.
everything on there it happened.
I'm
And
telling
even
you
to the
guys.
point, like I had dreamed that I was going to be in this group of like a integrative medical group, and I was thinking I was going to be like the leaseholder with like chiropractors and acupunctures and all these holistic healers. And I found it like the same week I just became a leasee in the group with my thermography clinic. And when I walked in that day, it was like, oh my goodness, this is what I put on my vision board in 2016. So I really believe that, you know, Hezekiah said, write it down.
I
Write
mean,
it down.
I think it's so true. I did a vision board, one of the first vision boards I did, and it had these beautiful flowers everywhere. You guys should have seen my porch in my yard. I mean, y'all know me. I'm all or nothing. I mean, it was another level of extreme. But we put a big building on there, a new boat. I mean, it was like a hammock, like this beautiful hammock. Everything we put on there, like you're saying, Wanda, it came on. Miss April Huffman, it is good to see you on here, girl. And it's good to see all of you guys on here. So yeah, that's just kind of what we're thinking. Susan Frank, what you got to say, girl? Can you unmute? Because this has been the most incredible week of testimonies and hearing from everybody promoting and just what God's doing in everybody's life. Or if there's anybody that wants to share, like any little miracle you're having or whatever, anybody want to share? Yeah. And Susan, what you got to share, girl? Our
Hey,
leader, our leader of leaders.
Hey, I'm sitting back here and I'm just so proud that we got leaders that are stepping up to train. I mean, that's the key to this is bringing new people up and hearing from new people and seeing their life and improve. And you know what? If your life isn't improving the way you want it to on this call, like make a decision and start seeing your life going in the direction that you want it to and take the action behind it. Like make sure you're posting twice a day. Like if that app's too much for you, it's fine. Don't do it. Don't let things shut you down and say, hey, I can't do that. Because me posting 6 times a day is the most torturous thing that I could ever put to assign my life to. But if you tell me, hey, get brand partners and get customers, I can do that all day, every day. And I love every second of it. So see what works for you. And if that's fun to you, if that works for you, great. If it doesn't, don't let other things or other systems coming up shut you down. Just say, hey, I got another tool in the toolbox. And if you feel like that can help you to help people, then that's incredible. And if you go help enough people get what they want, it'll come back to you every single time. And something I know that like I'll help people to a default because I want them to do so great. So I'm really been really working hard to let leaders step up and become the leader that I know they can be. And it's just so much fun to see people just stepping into that. And every season for people is different. So if you're not where you want to be, like get your vision board drawing and know that your life can transform here too. Like there's not people good and bad at this business. It's just the people that don't quit
and keep on stepping. Like that's the key to success here. So I'm just so proud that everybody's on this training tonight. We're getting closer to the holidays, and Greensboro's this weekend. So it's Friday and Saturday. It starts at 10 o'clock. I put in the chat the link to get tickets. If you don't have the funds to get tickets, just be a guest. Like, just show up to it if you possibly can, and going to events help me get the vision that, hey, there's normal people out there doing this in a big way, and you know what, you're special and you can do it too. So plugging into events is absolutely huge.
Okay, awesome. So a girl on here, Miss Joey. I love Joey. Debbie Hawka met Joey in an airport wearing her button. Joey shows up at our convention, been in the company like one day, has this incredible healing story. I'm telling you, everybody with their healing story, God is not done with us. And maybe that's why I shared what happened with me earlier. Like God's like, all right, sweep it off, dust it off. You got this. Like you're good. So Joey just messaged me. She said, "Oh my gosh, I have to share something that happened to me today." I was like, "Is it good? Can you just share it with all of us?" So Joey, what you want to share?
Hey everybody. So yeah, I'm a assisted living manager and I needed my certifications, my CEUs. And so there's this gal that I usually go to get all my CEUs done through. And so we start talking today and a couple wild things happened. One, she's wrote 2 books. She's very, very Christian. 2 books. I didn't know anything about this. She sent me a song that she's wrote songs now. She's got great businesses. This woman is amazing, right? So, but we're sitting there talking, and I said, and she's like, "You need to come to my gala on Saturday." And it's over 200 business owners in assisted living, all different types of people. And she's like, "I want you to promote your business there."
Oh my gosh.
Out of nowhere. I mean, it was just so wild. And I mean, it was so God on every level. I bawled the whole way home.
And tell them what happened.
Girl, you need to have a script memorized so you know what to say. Quick and powerful. Quick
Yeah,
and powerful.
we'll work with you. Joey, tell a little bit about what happened to you just a few nights ago. Just like how fast God just showed up for you, like our meeting the other night. Just share a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit more because there's been so much stuff that's happened. I'm not
So we were on the Strength Finders thing with Joey the other night, and Joey was just talking about this and the business and her full-time job, how God had given her a full-time job that really she has flexibility. And so Rhonda, the Strength Finders coach, was like, "You just got to get a drive. Like you've got to get a reason to do this. You got to get a reason to do this." And so yeah, I don't know what transpired from you from then, but we started talking about it a little bit more, like digging into that why. Why do we really want to do this, you guys?
Right.
What is the purpose? And not having to force everything ourselves, that just knowing God will show up if we're open to it. And and that's literally all you started doing was barely happening. It's like your intention was only that big.
Well, and it's really been interesting because this whole week has been kind of like this, and kind of going back how Debbie and I met, I prayed the same day. I got frustrated. I was in the morning, I was doing my morning devotional, and I just sat there and I was like, you know what? And I mean, I just finally got frustrated. And I said, this is what I want. And I was just listing off everything, just speaking it out there. And one of the things I said is I want strong Christian businesswomen to work with. And sure enough, is he bringing them into my life? And then here comes another one today, and she's, giving me another opportunity to expand my business. So it's just wonderful.
And that right there, right? And Susan Frank knows that. That's how fast this can happen, you guys. She could have 30 people come into her business, 80 people come into her business. Like life change it. Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to find the text, Joey, that you sent me, and you said yesterday, "I finally found what motivates me after the strength training. I like dressing up." And her and I
you
are going
said
to a
that,
gala.
and now you're going to a gala?
Joey and I are going to a ladies' event Friday night. She bought this fancy dress for it. And I'm like, where are you going to wear that to other than here? She goes, I don't know. And then so the next night, now you get to go, Joey, and wear it twice. Do it, girl. Do it.
That is amazing. Some of us
I
find
did too. That's so true. Yesterday, that was just
I
yesterday.
don't
I'm like,
think
you just
she's
need to go to
trying
the.
to find it.
I just want
that
to look pretty.
dress twice. She needs another dress.
there's
I've got,
They
I've
won't
got
Talia's
a,
see it. They
fashion
won't know her.
police.
It's a whole
I've
They
got,
different
won't
group.
know her.
I've got a ton
They
of
won't know her.
dresses, but this one, I could definitely
Right?
wear it twice.
It's gorgeous.
Don't you love that though, Susan, how they met and just like those little things, right? That self development, that's why with Team Unstoppable, you guys, like we want to keep the system all day long, every day. Get customers and get brand partners and teach them to do the same. You can, if you got to do that. Like you have to do that to make money, right? We don't even need to go anywhere else beyond that. But this other stuff of like self development and learning about yourself and learning what drives you and things like that. Like this week on that call, I was like, I'm blocked to get new business partners. And Miss Rhonda's like, Susan, you're not blocked. I was like, I'm blocked for me. And she's like, okay. After that call, she's like, your people kind of need to hear you say that. Like a little, like we all kind of can get in our own way. And I don't even know what it is, but I think it's like I don't even know. I was like processing it with her. But it was so cool to watch her coach Joey and watch her coach some of the other people. And just like, that is the funniest thing that you said you love to dress up. Like me and Susan Frank, we love to put on our Team Unstoppable t shirt. You're a little dressed up tonight, Frank. What you got on? Pajamas?
I did. No, I'm like, I just
Pajamas.
definitely.
I was praying for a job that I could do in my pajamas.
You know, me and this girl right here and Talia, she'll get on us. All of y'all will get on us. Amber May is the worst. But do y'all want to hear this? Is hilarious. So these pajamas right here, my sister-in-law let me wear them. This is a good story in North Carolina. And I was like, send me the name of those pajamas. I'm going to start looking for them on eBay. She said, Susan, I don't even wear those pajamas. Do you want them? And I'm like, yes, they are the softest things I've ever. So now I'm hand-me-down pajamas. I don't care how many 6 figures or 7 figures I make. Talia, I'm glad you live close because you got to take me shopping. But yeah, I stayed in my pajamas all day the other day. And I was like, this is the best job ever. I really can stay in my pajamas. So, all right, you guys, Talia wants to close us out on prayer. Rachel, it's so good to see you, girl, growing. I didn't know you wanted to sell out in your marketing business. So that puts things in a whole different perspective. So you just put that out there to everybody. So that will be happening. And we love you guys so much. We're so proud of every single one of y'all. It's just the best business. Like this is the unicorn. And it was a divine appointment for each one of us to be here and treat it like that. Like, look at what we've got our hands on, okay? Like, just keep praying over every day. Who can I help? God, who can I help? Who is supposed to be my strategic partner? Who I just keep hearing, who can I help? Who can I help? What do you need? What do you need? When you go, as Susan Frank always says, when you go from providing help, from going from needing help to providing help, it changes everything for you. So even if you only know this much, you know more than the next person. So they actually think you know a lot. So we're all new here and everybody's just figuring it out. So Miss Talia, pray us out of this thing and we'll see you guys soon.
And I just want to share something very quickly. Like I'm going through something personal where a family member is kind of like wanting some space for me, and that has been a little bit sad for me. But then I think, okay, God brought me into a group of women that are amazing, that value me, that I value them. So if you are going through a time where some people are not seeing your value, you can create a new circle of people that can see your value, that you can pour into them and they can pour into you. We can change our reality. We can change the people around us. We can change us because we have the God of the universe living inside of us. We are his temple. So now that I pray, I want you to open yourself because, Joey has a gift of faith. And that is a gift that is available to all of us. So we can finish this year strong and we can start a year even stronger. So we can attract all these beautiful people people, all these beautiful women and men to our businesses, and we can change lives while we change our own, because this is not only about changing other people's life. We're changing, as we change others, we are changing ourselves, and that's like Susan Fran says, that's a beautiful thing. So I want you to close your eyes. I invite you right now. I invite your presence. I invite your love. You are unconditional. You love us always. You're always there for us. Your love for us is healing, is beautiful, is unconditional, gives us rest, gives us peace. I pray right now that you open our minds, and everything that is not from you, you take it, so we can have an abundant imagination to imagine everything that we want to achieve in the end of the year and the next year, Jesus. I pray that you speak to us through dreams, visions, movies, conversations, nature, everything. Right now, we decide to open our minds, our eyes, our ears, and our hearts for you to speak to us. So we fill our hearts with so much faith that we can achieve everything that we put our minds and our hearts to. Thank you, Jesus, because you are a creator and we are like you. We can create our reality. We can change our reality. I bless this night, and I pray that this night we're going to have very specific dreams, very specific answers, very specific people that we have to call, very specific women that we have to bring in this business to bless and change their lives. And I pray against anything that is blocking our minds, our imagination, our hearts to align with the prosperity of heaven right now in Jesus' name. From all of us, any block, I break it in Jesus' name, and I declare that we have an abundant mind easily, and we are blessed to be blessed. I bless this night in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, Talia.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Love
Good
you all.
guys. Bye, guys. Good
Thank you
night.
so much.
Good night,
Awesome
everyone.
show.
Night,
Thank you,
night.
Susan. Thank you, Susan. Bye. And everyone.